What's up, openers? Does this look familiar? That means we are back at our previous studio. You know if they say the grass not always green on the other side, baby, and I have learned my lesson. I have bit my ass, so I took my ass right back home, because baby... Can y'all hear us now?
Can they hear me now?
Because that was ratchet.
It
was ratchet.
Pass the pass. Let's focus on the refuture. All right. Well, welcome to Open Relationship Podcast, where we open and honest conversation. They'll tell you everything from A to Z as it pertains to LGBTQ plus community and beyond. I'm your host, Rodney. You can follow me at IG at I am Rodney Wash.
I am Meech. You can follow me at OneKing_Meech.
I'm your host, Wally, and you can follow me at Wally the Godfather.
And I am your host, Randall, and you can follow me on Instagram at BeMyRandall, or I prefer you hit me up on my spicier social media.
That you're not going to get. And I'm your host, Solomon E. Stretch. You can follow me on IG at Solomon E. Stretch.
And we have good old host, who you guys, you already know it, collection plate. So this week we don't have hundreds because we had to pay for bills. Oh Lord, I dropped $1. We need every dollar to count.
Each and every one.
Each and every one, okay? So openers, you can give in 3 ways. The first way, openers, you can give on Facebook. You can give us 5 stars. It could be a 5 young professional gay black men. Or you could buy our group. You know, it's 99 cents. Go and subscribe. We go live every 4th Thursday of the month, and you get a secret conversation with us. Number 2, you could donate to the podcast. And wherever the description box, listen to us on. Why am I messing up? That's weird. Wherever the description box, listen to us on, click the donate button and click on donate. And my favorite one, number 3, is YouTube. That's my bottom B, and Solomon will let you know how to give on YouTube.
We love it when you slide into our DMs. We love it when you send us messages and pictures. We do have 3 new DMs that you can slide into. However, we love it when you come to our YouTube and you like, you comment, and you subscribe. But we especially love it when you go green. That's when you join our membership. Every 4th Thursday of the month.
Every 4th Thursday.
At 8 p.m., we go live just for you.
Yes, we do. All right.
Hey.
All right, Meech, take it away, sweetie.
Gotcha. All right, what's up, openers? Before we get into our first segment, you know we have to pay these bills. If you didn't know, Apple is our official sponsor for the Open Relationship Podcast. If you haven't done so yet, click the link in the bio for 1 month of Apple TV or Apple Music. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. As they were saying, we will be going live for our Green Check and Patreon subscribers and our Facebook subscribers this 4th Thursday of every month. So this month it would be on May 22nd. We will be live for you guys. And then we're going in right into the first segment, guys. We ready?
We ready.
Come on.
All right. As you guys know, every week I bring you guys the hottest topics that I could find. We are starting off with the Queen Bee this week. Last week, Rodney, as you saw on my Instagram, the Beehive was a little upset with me about mispronouncing the baby girl's name. I said Rui, it's Rumi. I apologize to the Beehive. You don't have to DM me. I apologize, okay? I love Queen Bee. But this week she did receive a cease and desist letter from the Las Vegas Sphere CEO, who was upset that she had some type of interpolation of his imagery of his hotel after they had a failed business meeting where she did not have a concert there. So he sent her a cease and desist. Sunday night, she changed the show to the Allegiant Stadium, which is also in Vegas, the football stadium, and the CEO of the football stadium, I believe his name is Mark. He was very excited that he got that imagery from Beyonce, and he generated all that buzz. So that was a hot topic. And again, apologize to the Beehive. All right, moving right along. Just today, the Trump administration resumed student loan collection on defrauded student loans. It will include phone calls and also up to possible garnishment of wages, guys.
Thank you for reminding me to call about my forbearance.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
But they last like 2 to 3 years or something?
No, it'd be every 3 months. I got to call them.
Mine is on forbearance because I got a letter. They was taking mine away. I can't wait. So it's over with. But yes, also, like I said, Trump is resuming student loan collection. I think the wage garnishment starts in July. So you guys do have enough time to contact NailNet or the Department of Education or whoever it is. All right, moving on to the next topic. This is fresh off the press just this morning.
What's going on?
The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Trump to allow transgender military ban. As you guys know, for years it was, what was it, don't ask, don't tell?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for years. They have this was one of his first executive orders, like 2 days into his presidency. Just this morning, the Supreme Court ruled with him. Obviously, a lot of them on the court, 3 of them, I think, he appointed during his first term. So now trans folks who are identifying as trans will no longer allowed to be entering the military. I don't know how this affects current trans folks that are already in the military. Maybe they'll get, removed. We'll see.
Well, before he put them out and
His first
presidency.
presidency.
He put them out before, and then Biden let them back.
Biden had reversed his executive order.
Yeah, but that really stinks. Like, so my military experience was don't ask, don't tell, and it was like, this is such a setback for the entire community, because after they kick the transgender people out, now they're gonna go after just the regular punks.
So what y'all had to hide in your bunk and do stuff under the covers?
Very much so.
Oh my God.
Very much.
I'm just
so.
asking.
Yeah.
I always say when you attack one community, the next one has to be in line.
Yeah.
So that's why I always tell people to unite, because you'll be next.
Correct.
Just kind of like the election.
And they're already eliminating high-ranking service members. It's horrible.
Yeah, so moving on from that, this is a topic, guys, that I have always said this, but a straight man said it this time. His name is Ace Metaphor. He was on Cam Newton's podcast. You guys know Cam Newton, famous football player.
Yeah, I don't know who Ace Metaphor is.
He is a popular influencer. He has a lot of relationship podcasts and stuff like that. He made the following statement. I'm not going to read it verbatim. I'm just going to tell you because I also believe it's very true. He said a lot of straight black men do not actually like women outside of sex. It's a statement I've always felt. And I always know this, even from conversations with my dad. They do love women for the physical, but they do not always like the emotional attachment, the vulnerability, the emotional instability or stability. And I thought that was a very much hot topic. There was a lot of black women in the Shade Room comments going, oh my God, I agree. Every time I try to connect with my man, he'll move the conversation, or somehow it becomes intimate when I'm just trying to talk about my feelings. And then there was a lot of black men in the comments saying, well, because y'all only see us as money in a transaction, we reverse that transaction onto sex.
Oh.
So it was a heated topic, but what do you guys think?
I think that's really sad. When I think about it, my straight friends, when I had straight friends back in the day, the only time they hung around their girlfriend when they were about to have sex. So that is very much true statement from my experience. So
I know a lot of straight men who would rather hang out with their homeboys than to go on a date with their women.
Yeah.
I just always think that that's true. But so moving on from that to another sad story. I know last week I told y'all about the younger guy who had killed the student at the track meet. This was another sad event, actually close to my hometown in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Rodney Hinton, he is a black father. He had never been in trouble with the law, never had anything outside of a speeding ticket. Allegedly, he killed a deputy with his car 24 hours after that same deputy shot and killed his 18-year-old son. Allegedly, the 18-year-old son was driving in a car. He got out the car. Allegedly, multiple cops shot him. The dad somehow found out where this cop was. 24 hours later, ran the cop down with his car. This happened last week. The reason why it's a hot topic is because his arraignment was on a Saturday. I've never heard people have arraignments on a Saturday. I always thought if you went to jail on Friday, you see the judge Monday. Well, he had arraignment just 3 days ago on Saturday, and over 40 cops showed up to the arraignment. They all stood around him like he was like me.
I seen that.
They was like this. So it was a lot of black people in the comments saying like, oh, they're trying to intimidate. There were some saying this is retribution. There's some saying like the cops are going to be storming the streets this summer looking for their retribution. So I thought this was a huge hot topic because for me, it seemed like he'll have I'm not a lawyer or a doctor, none of that. It seemed like he'll have like a temporary insanity case because he's never had any issues, never had any trouble with the law. His son gets killed. Next thing you know, he's out for vengeance a day later. Any thoughts?
So I have a question because I didn't follow it like that.
Oh, go ahead.
So why was his son? What happened? What led to his son being shot by the cop?
The son was in the son was driving. He had got pulled over. He had got out the car. We don't know all the details. They haven't all fallen out yet. But multiple cops shot at the kid.
So they murdered him. Allegedly.
They killed him.
Killed
I always
him.
think murder.
They
For me, murder
unalived
is
him.
premeditated. So I just say killed him.
Yeah, they killed that man.
Yeah.
So was it a true accident when when the father hit the cop the first time? He meant to do it on purpose?
He didn't make a statement. His lawyer did. They didn't say if they was going to plead or not. But the evidence and the people on the scene say he deliberately drove into the officer.
The first and second time.
What you mean the second time?
Yeah, where you get that from?
Wait.
So
I'm confused
Think about it like this: Friday night, the officer kills the son.
Oh, now I'm catching
Saturday,
on. Okay.
the dad finds the officer and allegedly runs him down in a car.
I thought you said that the father had an accident with a police officer, killed him. Then 24 hours later, they murdered his son. The next day, he murdered.
No, you added an extra scenario.
Okay. I don't
You
know where.
should.
That's why I was confused.
You
That's kind
added
of
in an
interesting.
extra scenario. But yeah, that's a very thing. And then what was I gonna say? I was gonna add in a topic I wanted you guys to chime in on. I can't remember. But anyways, last hot topic of today is if you guys saw the Met Gala. As I told you guys 5 weeks ago on the first episode, I said Rihanna is pregnant.
You did say that.
I said that.
You did say that.
And does she call her folks the Navy?
The Navy.
The Navy. The Navy was in my Twitter mentions. She is not pregnant. We're gonna get R9 this year. You're not getting R9 this year. The baby is coming first.
She don't care about that music.
She did confirm last night that that the baby will not slow down the album coming out, but it will slow down the music videos because she wants to look her regular self in the music videos. I still don't think y'all getting the album till 2030, but Navy, just so you know, you have a brother or sister coming. So that is it for Hot
That's
Topics.
a question.
2030 is
Well, that
wild.
just don't matter. Is she married?
She ain't married, and why she gotta be married to have the multiple
This,
babies?
That don't make sense for her to get married. She's the billionaire.
Is Oprah married?
Shit,
Hello?
Oprah got no
Exactly.
kids. This
What?
is what? This what her fourth baby with this
No,
ring?
no. This
Why she
Rihanna's
gotta be
third
married?
baby. This
Third
Rihanna's
baby
third
and no
baby.
ring.
But she is like most women who try, not most women, but a lot of them try to have their kids back to back. She did 22, 23, now 25. So they'll all at least be able to.
I call that a
range.
smart woman. Why would you give up your money or risk your money with a young
I
man
mean, well, she can
that...
find ways to
Rodney,
get
you're
out
so
of it.
heteronormative.
I hate when
Yes.
people use that word. Can we stop doing that?
I mean...
It's just. I just like
traditional, what you
the
want us to use.
the way of
Niggas
being
stop doing that,
married.
like-
Like
Why do you want her
I
to be
can
married?
be gay and have babies and not be. I would
But
not
do
be.
you?
No.
Though?
Okay,
What if
then.
she never get married though?
I
Your
don't
baby's
think-
going to waste.
I don't think
What
it's
if she-
weird.
What's weird though? What you mean by weird? By weird you
It's
mean
weird
not
to
normal.
me.
By weird
It's
you mean not
normal.
traditional.
Not traditional.
Not traditional.
To me, that's a good word to use. Like I don't believe any woman should be having a baby by a man, and they don't have no ring.
But why?
I can see one.
That is so Southern Baptist of you, and
I am very Southern Baptist. I guess
Well,
that's what you
I
call
get
it.
it.
But I don't get why. I'm trying to figure out what's the shame in have. Your mama was married when she had
Yeah,
you?
why?
Yes.
And the rest of y'all?
Yes.
You the youngest, right?
How old
I'm
was
next
she?
to the baby.
Why
My
can't we
mom
just
was
celebrate
20.
having
When
kids?
she had you? So you don't think...
No, my mom was 34 when she had me. She was 20 when she had my first sister.
Oh yeah, somebody, she should have been married.
Yeah, so
Nope.
but like, no, but she was she got married when my sister was 6 months. Take that back. But the rest of them she was married. But it's just to me, and again, this could be the way I was raised. Right, I was raised in a household with my great grandparents. Everybody was married, so I just it was very weird. Like I could see one baby, sure, right.
So can I ask a question?
It don't have to even being rich. It's just to me, I just think that's not cool.
But with all these hetero-centered thoughts you have, how did you come out of punk?
Like seriously, like I can imagine.
I don't think nobody raised. I mean, honestly,
But
I
with
think we
all
all
those
came
thoughts-
from hetero norm
No,
households.
not as much as you. Yours is
I
like.
came from a hetero household, but it's
But
like
you
to
a
still,
punk?
but to still carry
Oh,
that view.
guys, I
Like-
missed the hot topic. Y'all just made me remember. One of the gay content creators said that he only likes men for sex too. He doesn't actually want to be in a relationship or get other gay men. He only likes other gay men for sex. And remember
Is he gay?
Yes. Remember last week we talked about compatibility with relationships, friendships, and stuff like that. And I said you have to find people who are looking for what you're looking for. There was plenty people in his mentions like, yeah, I only want a motherfucker after 8 o'clock. I only want somebody after 11 o'clock.
So what does he do during his time? Like, does he date women? Does he?
No,
Like,
he just only wants to deal with men for sexual. He has
okay,
no
but there's
romantic
other things
interest.
outside of sex
But what
that
I'm
dictates.
saying is he doesn't want that.
He
He
don't want
only
nothing.
wants
But
to
look
deal with
at-
other
look-
gay men in sexual
Look when
terms.
you get on the apps, right? And all you see are people who are just looking for sex. They're not looking for
Tina,
relationships.
a party.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's people who are not interested in dating. They have no interest in love connections,
Right.
dating, and it's not because of trauma or what. They just don't want it.
Or
But-
it could be
but-
because of trauma.
It could be,
But
I'm
there's
just saying
a
it's the
difference
option that's out there.
between wanting somebody just for sex versus the other components that come with a relationship. Like, are you getting that elsewhere with your friends or like female friends or like?
But
Oh,
also-
you
I
can't
think
get
it's a question
intimacy
for
from
him.
friends.
But I also think it's a matter of, do you believe you can have a relationship with another gay man?
Sometimes I
I think
question
it
it,
can be
honey.
successful. I think some people think it's so hard they would rather have regret of never trying than trying and failing.
That makes sense.
I know people like that.
I mean, I get his statement though. Like, shit, sometimes you don't want to deal with the bullshit,
Yeah, and because I think, like I said, it's whatever fulfills you.
especially when you got cuddly friends you can cuddle with. You don't need them.
I don't got none of them. All right, let's wrap up hot topics for this week, guys. I enjoyed it. Hopefully, I will check out your comments later. Randall, what's up with Open Up?
All right. Thank you, Meech.
Of course.
It's good to be back. I appreciate that.
We missed you.
Welcome back.
I
There
miss-
was definitely a gap in the show last
Yes.
week.
I miss you guys too. But
Were there any gaps when you were recording for your spicy social media?
quite a few gaps actually.
Oh, yeah, gushy
I
gaps.
heard you had that door open in the hotel room.
Quite a few gaps. But guys,
go.
welcome back. Of course, this is Open Up. It's the segment where we talk about building relationships on your own terms. And in the segment, we use the Black queer experience to unpack non-traditional relationships. So last week, y'all had a conversation without me.
We did.
About friendships, and I got to spend the block on this because I want to go back
Run it back.
I want to go back to friendships because listen to what you guys said. It's like not every connection is a vibe. Not every connection is like an intimate connection, and choosing who's in what space is cool. Is a thing. When I'm like, my thoughts right now on friends is like, it gets really difficult to like make friends and to like make and keep friends while you're in a relationship.
Really?
We just
Yeah.
talked about this week.
Or being married. It's like, all right, we low key both gotta like you, or like we don't really see you that often. You know what I'm saying? Like as a friend, because we do so much together. This is where my mind starts here. But I had questions for you guys.
Okay.
So have you ever been in a situation where you've like lost a friendship or a relationship because of an intimate connection?
No.
No.
Excuse me.
I
no.
can't say it was because of it, but there been friends that I have been intimate with, and we were kind of in this in-between space of like, we're not dating, but we vibe together, we may travel together, sometimes we hook up. Those situations, like, I've been separating from a little bit in this phase of my life, just because I'm looking to get a little bit more centered.
So in the like poly open situations, like, I think that's like a common question is like, all right, what happens when there legit is an entanglement or not necessarily entanglement, but you've developed an intimate connection with somebody that is not necessarily that could blur the lines of your actual relationship. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how to answer that, because for me, when I say friend, you are a friend, right? I'm not trying to fuck my friends, and that's why you gotta ask when you say, "Is this your friend? Is your friend?" You got no. It's sad. You gotta
your
go.
friend.
There's so many levels to get a straight answer out of people now, and so it's my friend. I'm not fucking my friend, but it is very difficult in a relationship to make new friends.
Yeah, new friends.
And I can attest to this. My partner brought this, told me, "Oh, I'm going out," because I know his friends, right? Mm-hmm. And so, I'm going out with so-and-so for my job. I said, "Oh, okay," I'm like, good, because he really don't go nowhere, y'all. He's really like a turtle. I'm like, he needs to go outside, like, for real, like, he needs to do something.
Screaming.
And
if you're watching, we love you. Okay,
yeah,
if you're watching,
he in the
thank
comments.
You
See him?
Not he in the comment.
Now he in the comment.
He in the comment.
Yeah.
Can we post the comment up, please? Please post the confirmation in the comments. Thank you.
But at this particular time, I was out, and I said, "What you doing?" "Oh, I'm still out." I said, "Oh." At this time, hit the reverse Uno card on me, because I'm always the one outside.
Yeah.
He's probably in the house by 11. This had to be like 12:40. And I'm like, "What y'all doing?" And I had to check myself, like, you know what? I need to come down, because I'm overthinking and I'm thinking of bad thoughts, and he might just actually have a good time. He don't go out at all.
So the bad thoughts was because you wasn't familiar with the person he was hanging
yeah.
with. Okay. Just want to make it clear for the people.
And I was like, you know what? When he came home, we talked the next day. I was like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "Well, you had a fun time." And this person came over the house, and he was attractive. Like, I'm
Were
really
you jealous?
I was kind of like,
Like, oh.
I was like, "Well, bitch, you gonna do it right."
Right. and so it's funny you say that, because that literally is the second question.
Well, hold on.
Wait, what's the second question?
I'm gonna follow up on Wally's question, because you didn't say nothing.
What happened?
You said, So, were you jealous?
I was a little bit taken aback.
Yes.
I was taken aback.
Why can't you say yes?
But no, they're still friends this day. This happened like 3-4 years ago.
That's a switch of subject, but okay.
Yeah, but like,
They not friends no more?
no, they still friends. But like, I had to check myself. Like, I can be honest. Like, I was feeling some type of way. Like, this attractive ass man, work with my man, hanging out with my man.
Also, it's another person to take away time that you used to be accustomed to having.
But what's so sad? I used to say, you need some friends to go out with, and lo and behold,
And you meant curve.
He got
friends,
a work husband.
not
Yeah.
He got a whole work husband.
Not
to
new
say,
friend.
find an ugly friend to hang out with.
no. But I mean, I
Fine,
can
bitch,
honestly
you
say,
already
like, he has been a good friend to my boo, and I like their friendship. Like, it's really, I love it. Actually, like,
Nice.
you need friends, and I feel like he had a lot of female friends and not enough gay friends. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Like, I love their relationship.
Yeah.
Cool.
That actually is the second question. Is like, what do we do to navigate jealousy in relationships? Because like, there's no way to avoid it, right? There's no way to avoid it. A new friend, or that friend that is really just a friend but hugs a little bit too long.
So,
Or
honey. So when we write a book on this chapter or no?
well,
This is the thing, because I just said this the other day. Y'all always not going on relationship topics. I think the issue for me is the lack of boundaries that the friend has. For example, I was in a club one time, and me and my partner was there separately with our friend groups. And when we was on this section, they was on this section. And the amount of touchy-feely and the stuff that was going on in their section, I was on the floor mad. So mad that I went to the section and snatched them out the section. Like, what the fuck is you doing in here?
Not you snatching niggas.
It's just because, like, people lack boundaries these days. They don't understand that, like...
Well, you need to just be clear about your boundaries because clearly no boundaries were crossed in that circle. No boundaries were crossed in that circle except yours.
Exactly.
So you never seen them do that before?
Not while I was there.
Oh, okay. So when you are in the company of they don't be touching feely like that?
Right. I had never seen it.
Oh, okay. I can see what you're saying.
I know they dance and they do their thing.
What I mentioned about last episode, drunk people act different.
Yeah. So I went over there like, yo.
That'll preach.
I went over there like, yo, like, you don't think this is too much? Like, I'm literally right here.
You just snatched them up, huh?
After I had sent the message like, yo, chill the fuck out.
So,
damn.
But no,
there's a space though. Like there's a space though where jealousy, like, and let's call that jealousy.
It is
where jealousy. Then, what if jealousy weren't a thing? And so this is something that my husband and I like really try to practice. Is like, what if jealousy was not a thing? Like, if you could eliminate, if it meant nothing, then I feel like we would have so many less arguments, so many less.
I agree.
Like,
feelings
issues,
is a lot.
And like practicing, like, I think that's part of like trusting your relationship is knowing that, hey, my husband can come home with a beautiful man that he works with, or befriend a beautiful man that he works with, and that can be okay. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like my husband's squad is like,
is their deal.
Yes. So,
but do they stay during normal hours, or they also stay for after hours?
I explained it.
I think that's too personal.
That's not too personal. But
okay.
Hold on. What do you mean? I'm just saying my husband's squad is like, they're beautiful.
They're nice.
You don't understand his question.
They are attractive like candidates.
Yeah. Oh, you don't understand his question then.
No, he was asking if they like, do these people stay?
Do they only be there during the daytime, or they say during after hours as well?
I mean, that's
we going far.
I mean,
okay.
some.
And see, that's why
some have. What did Meech say last week? Some of them have. Everyone has their own role.
Oh, everybody has their role.
All right.
But what about when you? When I was reading this question, when you put it in here, I was thinking about.
He want to be a third so bad.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm just asking the question that need to be
asked. Me, baby.
Randall, when we talk about the jealousy, what about the jealousy in the relationship? Because I know there's a lot of. I have felt in times where people have been in competition with me within our relationship, like my partner being jealous of where I'm at in life. How do you navigate that?
So I think that again is your own work that you have to do, is like understanding that, hey, jealousy is a thing, and like helping. For me, it's like, I don't really feel jealous of my husband.
Yeah. But that's because you're stable with where you are.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
so there's healthy jealousy and then unhealthy, right?
Yeah, and identifying like I'm not outside of jealousy. Like a lot of times it's like, damn, like Asa hasn't been home since like it's 3 a.m. Where is he?
I have a question for you. So, what is healthy jealousy and not healthy jealousy?
That's what I was about to ask.
Because you snatch somebody out, that's not healthy.
I never said it was.
Oh, okay. So, what would be a healthy response to that? Then?
To me, unhealthy jealousy is built in insecurity, and to me, healthy jealousy is still built in like respect. Like, I respect what you do. I respect that you're the director, and I'm like jealous of where you're at, and I want to get there. I'm going to use it as motivation.
Okay.
That's what I consider.
Interesting.
Well, I see that as not jealousy, but just inspired.
Yeah, that's
and so, but by it, like energetically, they're very different. And so, like when I think of jealousy, I see someone hitting on my man at the club or at a bar. Like when we went to Model T, he paid them dust. And I would
should have.
As he should have.
No.
And I like that. Like number one, I love the fact that other people find him attractive.
Yeah.
But his reaction is what turned me on. Like, some people get turned on by the jealousy. Some people get turned on by the conflict. And like being in a more healthy space is just different. And so like, I wouldn't, like if someone was hitting on me in front of him, like I would have to check myself. Like if we are out and about, like I'm here with you.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to allow someone to disrespect you.
But you take the compliment, but you don't like engage in
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you.
What did you guys say?
Disrespectful. Like, I guess my question is so
When they
your question.
when they keep going, when you tell them to stop, it becomes disrespectful.
Dealing with jealousy is the same as dealing with the other emotion. You have to be able to manage how you deal with
The feeling.
yeah.
It's more. You have to read on the chat.
It's on the
That's on the chat.
I want to say something. I don't want to lose this thought. So I remember we went to me and Bae went to a fashion show.
a what?
A fashion show, like
Okay.
a legit fashion show, and it was this guy that I used to like have dealings with in the past. And I tell him like, hey, back in the day, blah blah blah, because like I just knew he was gonna try to walk up and want to like. He's one of those like, oh hug, kiss on the cheek, like. No, we're not
Slap
doing
a
that.
little booty.
No, he ain't doing no.
Okay.
Oh my God.
No. So Steven was like, "Oh Lord, hey,
They do.
that's my man's name."
Why are y'all like that? Why are y'all such like prudes?
'Cause
Like,
he
it
don't
just
like-
seems
like what?
It just seems like y'all are just so like both of y'all. It just
Both of who?
you.
The left side of the couch.
Rodney and Solomon, the left side of the couch. It just, I'm sorry, from the other side, it just feels like y'all are uptight. And
Uptight with what?
because this is a relationship that we have. Like, why am I altering the relationship between me and Rodney? Like, if I'm used to greeting you as like, hey, sis. And now I'm in front of your man. I can't call you sis. No, like
No.
Or
I can't
altering anybody's
or
relationship.
the hug and the kiss, like the hug and the kiss
Let
or
me
whatever.
say that this is
He's
why.
standing right here.
Because again, I can't speak for everybody else on this couch, but I am not going to. To me, that feel disrespectful. I don't have that type of relationship where we do all of that, and so like, I'm not going to allow somebody to come and hug and kiss on me, and my man's literally right here.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't say anything, he wouldn't acknowledge my man. He just would acknowledge me, try to kiss on me, probably say, come sit by me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know how he is. So when he was trying to do all that, Steven said, hi, I'm Steven. It was like, and I said, oh, shit.
That was
Like,
him saying, bitch, chill.
You better
Yeah,
affirm
like-
your presence, Steven.
Like, it made me feel like, damn, because I kind of like, I think Steven's so timid. Like, if that makes sense.
Until
like,
he's not.
Until he's not. And
Yeah.
then I said, oh,
That's how you know he was
how I'm
uncomfortable
gonna go.
because he
Yeah.
spoke up.
Yeah, he was like, okay, you're doing too much, whatever, and
Wait,
That's a lot of police. That's a lot of policing.
Yeah, I
that's
don't-
a lot. That's a
but
lot.
you have a different relationship than I
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
so
do.
like,
You also gotta
it will
remember
always
where-
be different.
And you always gotta remember where we live. Temptation is a thing. Like, if you don't stop shit, it will roll on till
yeah.
Yeah.
It-
And I
it'll
know
roll on.
we got to get on. We got to get on to the next segment. But like, I want to say this. Like, one thing about like my relationship is that like we have this idea that like an interaction with somebody else is not going to be the end of us. So whether it's sexually or even like we've had situations where we've had entanglements, but that still I feel like. It's like why would you build a relationship on such like on a pencil? Like
I guess
it's like
for me-
it's like the one thing like because you sleep with somebody or because you might develop feelings for somebody that's the end of a relationship.
and this is an example. This
And-
is not no dick to anyone. This is just an example. I've been in a situation where I was at a party, and the two people in an open relationship, right? But it's a part of like it wasn't like it was like a gathering, like everybody was over there, females and all. So a particular friend come over. I always thought they were friends. Like I see them out, they're friends. Next thing I know, they're upstairs having sex.
All three of them?
No, just
At
him
the
and the
party?
friend.
Just him and the.
Him and the friend.
Him and the one of the
boyfriend is downstairs. I'm just like, and they come back down like everything is cool, and I'm just like, I couldn't do that.
How did you know they were having sex?
Right.
Because it got out.
Yeah,
It got out. You know,
But so what?
I just wanted to
So
see.
what?
think
That's
that's
speculation.
normal?
You did not.
Randall.
You didn't see it. You don't know
they
what
confirmed.
happened.
It's
Even
confirmed.
even if they confirm, why is that
You're
in
not
your
gonna be
business?
somebody. You're not gonna be like my
Randall, I just
homie,
wanna say something.
and then you going upstairs to have sex and come back down
That's
like
none of your
it's nothing.
business.
I think because of everybody being there and people know, yeah, I think that's a lot. But
It's a little
I just want to
messy.
say one thing to pick up what you said, because I remember, you know, Erica Campbell from Mary.
Yeah.
She said when she got engaged to the man, isn't she engaged to Warren Campbell, right? I think that's his name. I think it's his name. She said they made agreement that they would never break up or get divorced. She said they made agreement that no matter what happens between each other, their marriage will always stand. And she said even though there's been cheating on both sides, I think on his side, there's been allegations of a lot of different things outside of the idea of marriage, but they committed when they got married that no matter what you do to me, no matter what I do to you, I choose you. So that means I choose everything that you will be today and everything you will be then.
But
I think that goes to what you're saying, is that there's no unbreakable. It's unbreakable.
Yeah.
But I think that's different because that's the agreement starting out. Just like you and your partner have an agreement starting out.
Yeah.
Our agreements are different.
Yeah.
And so like when I am with my partner, for now, we have an agreement that we're going to be monogamous. And so what becomes maybe a deal breaker, I don't know. But what becomes an issue is when you go back on that agreement. So if we sit down and we discuss these are the terms and then you change the terms, then what the fuck are we doing?
Without the conversation.
Without the conversation. Because things can happen down the line where the agreement changes.
True.
And we're both okay with it. Or one of us may not be okay with it, but it's still a conversation that needs to be had. But for where we are right now, it's not a matter of being a prude. It's not a matter of being conservative.
Yeah.
This is just the agreement that we're in.
No,
And
but that doesn't. All right, that's to me is not tied hand in hand with monogamy though. This isn't monogamy versus open relationships. This is like you're choosing to, you say that nobody should be that intimate with you in public to like hug you and kiss you.
Nope, didn't say that.
Or
No, I said that.
no. I'm sorry. Rodney said that.
Okay.
It's like.
So here's the thing. Like, I believe that if your relationship is stable, the internal bounds of your relationship should be able to sustain whatever happens externally. So if we go out and there is flirtatious things that happen, then that's just
I'm gonna say this. That's for y'all side of the couch, and I'm happy for y'all.
It ain't in the middle.
Because I'm gonna say this.
But there are boundaries and there are agreements to how we operate in
Ain't
public.
nobody gonna kiss my man on the cheek or nothing that
kissing and
he
flirting
has
is
sex
a whole
with.
different situation.
I'm so sorry.
That's a whole
But
different
listen,
situation.
I'm just
But that's
saying.
because that's what y'all have agreed to.
Like, that's weird to me. Like, don't you ever?
But I take it like this. Like,
calm down, 'cause he
normally,
would know.
if you kiss my man, you want to kiss us. Like that. Like that.
But what if you say if he don't want to kiss you, he just want to kiss your man?
Then that can be okay also.
You be okay with that?
Yeah.
So what if you had a situation where somebody came over, right? I hate. Okay, let me make this scenario.
And I know we.
Somebody came over, right? And then he was like, "Oh, the agreement was to do both of y'all." He come over, he see you, he don't want you, he just want your partner. You okay with that?
I've been there.
Really?
I've been there, and I think that just in our relationship, like my husband and I have both both been in both situations where like, God dang, I want this one, but he's not feeling my husband, or like my husband isn't feeling him. And now, what am I supposed to do where I got this nigga here that I really like, but my husband ain't really feeling it? There's a vibe that you go off of. My husband and I are just kind of transparent about it, and it makes it so that like, all right, you know what, you don't always hit a home run.
Damn.
Like when in sports, you don't always make the goal. Rejection is a part of life.
It is. No, that's true. That is very true.
Yeah, and that should not, like, in a marriage, just because, like, or in our situation, I think our thing is, well, just because this isn't going just because you don't love this, don't make it so that I can't.
Well, all right.
Hey.
So
And all right.
wrap.
yeah, so let's move on. Well, first of all, guys, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
It was
conversation.
eye-opening.
And
Come on, Wally.
Wally, let's
go.
roll. What you got for us?
Yeah, like,
Well, openers, welcome to a segment that I like to call Get Your Life and Play the Game. So we have a game today. It's called Date Me with Intention.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so we
Birthday
have
kiss and all.
Here you go.
So we have a list of dates that each host will select. And we're going to do it a little differently today because the date that you select, I want you to identify this date with the host that's most likely to like this date.
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh,
Okay,
wow, this is
all right.
fun. I like this.
Okay.
And after
Hope I
we
get
do
Meech.
a round, you can steal the date that you like most.
Okay.
All right? Is everybody
wait,
clear?
So we get
Ready.
to steal a date.
Yeah, at the end. Once we
Okay.
do a round, steal the one that you like the most.
All
and
right.
it could be your own that you chose.
So if you're in the comments right now and you know my spicier social media, or even if you don't, how about you
Jesus.
tell us which of these dates you want to go on with
One of us.
one of us?
Child, I charge.
Listen, come correct, baby, because I don't know.
Not in your monogamous relationship, you
I
charge.
charge. Oh, yeah, we make money over here.
Okay.
So you're a sex worker now.
Look at there.
From monopoly to
right?
sex work is crazy.
That is crazy work.
You see how things change from season to season.
You got
in a relationship?
it.
Who's going first?
Hey, shit. Will you get my man $2,000,
Randall?
baby? Go.
Oh, I'm up first?
I mean, you have the bowl.
Okay, I have the bowl. All right.
What'd it say?
An intimate art and live music event that requires the fanciest shit from your closet.
You gotta guess who will be there?
Wait, say that again.
An intimate art and live music event that requires the fanciest shit from your closet.
Yeah. What date does that most appeal to out of the hosts?
Of these hosts?
Yeah, out of everybody.
Of these hosts is crazy.
Right. What other ones?
Who you picking for
Oh,
that?
I'm gonna not including me. I'm gonna say
Right.
this
Could
is
include you. I don't know.
this is probably me actually. An intimate art. So what it is an intimate art and live music
You read
event
it one more time.
that requires.
You read it one more time.
Oh shit! Yeah, I think this would be me.
Okay.
That's the ball.
I love that.
I'm screaming. You gonna go for yourself?
I can go for myself. Why not?
Thank you.
He want to be included.
You know, I do. I do.
It's your game.
He want to be a part of something.
A lot of things.
Barbecue with friends and family and spades. I feel like this is probably either Rodney or Meech.
Spot on.
Spot on. 'Cause that's a good time.
Spot on.
Me, don't take me to your family. I'm good. I don't want to see them.
Don't take it to your
Damn.
family.
I mean, like, not yet. Like, no. Not
Well,
yet.
you didn't say what stage it was.
I don't know. I just,
This your game.
I know, but I just, no. I'm okay.
A Netflix and chill night with throwback movies, all your favorite snacks, and a happy ending. This you. This you all day.
And a happy ending,
Oh
man.
my God.
That's him.
Maybe.
You got one, Rodney?
Yeah, I got one. Let
Okay,
me
let's
see. A picnic in the park. A picnic in the park with food, wine, and edibles. Solomon.
Dead on.
Yeah. I wrote that with Solomon in mind.
Very, the Notebook.
Yes. Very much so. What you do in the park with my man?
Okay. No, they have one of them little things where you step inside of it, and it's all set up with a little,
Yes,
with the little
yes.
air thing on
Oh
the
my
outside,
God.
the little balloon thing.
Yes, I can see that for real.
Happy Piedmont. Okay, Solomon.
I'm gonna take that. Can I have that card though? The that one, because that's gonna be my date.
You
This
want
is-
the
I didn't put
Netflix?
it there.
Yeah.
The picnic or
The picnic. I want to do a picnic in Piedmont.
Yeah,
That would be cute.
but there are other parks. Like I feel like the gays always choose Piedmont. Like there are other parks.
All right, a flight to New York for a day of high-end shopping and a 5-star dinner.
Look over here.
That sounds very Randall.
So I wouldn't say Randall because you do a lot of flying.
Okay.
Besides me, I would probably say Wally or Meech.
Definitely me. Definitely down and definitely have done that.
Really? You dropped the bag. Okay.
Or somebody
Like
dropped
we went
on you.
together.
Okay.
But yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
Okay. So now we got to choose which car we want to take.
If you want to steal.
Oh, if we want to steal, I would have done multiple. So
I want the spades
I don't
one.
You want the spades one?
Wait, is that
This is-
spades?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
do mine
Spades
back.
one.
And you wanted this
You
one.
be playing spades.
Yes. I played at your house.
Rodney be talking shit.
I want the New York one because I want to be spoiled.
Ooh.
You are the spoiler.
Everybody want a daddy.
Just one time. You know, I need to
Everybody want a
spoil.
daddy.
I don't want a daddy. To
There you
be
go.
honest.
Which one you want?
I want the picnic.
Told ya. I told ya.
So which one? Wait, so who will have one?
I put mine back in there.
Oh, you didn't like yours?
You don't want to.
Okay.
He said F that
Oh,
car.
that was the Netflix in
I put mine in
the
there.
happy ending.
Okay.
Okay, there's one more.
Wait, there's
What?
one more?
Yeah, there's one more.
Oh.
So you want to choose that one?
Okay, I got you. A night clubbing with drinks and your favorite music. That's all y'all hosts.
It ain't me.
That is
A
not
night
me,
clubbing
friend.
with
I had you
drinks
in
and your
mind.
favorite music. This for a date, right? Mm-hmm. I don't really like the whole part.
You know, he don't like his
thing
men
unless-
in bars because he had to snatch niggas out of bars.
I was about to say that.
I'm not going to the bar with Meech because he's not going to snatch me out of the bar, and we don't even go together. Okay.
So I'll take
A night clubbing with drinks and your favorite music. Nah.
So if no one wants that, I would take that because I like. Of
Not
course,
really.
the vibes have to be vibing,
Yeah.
right? It can't just be
I
like.
do think you should
The
be able to
shrooms have
have
to
a
be
good time
shroomy.
with your person, but
Yeah.
I don't consider that date.
I like going out and dancing. Then the drinks part, like, okay, we can do two, 3, but all right, now you not getting me drunk.
Why?
Yeah, we good.
No, because no.
Why?
Well, that was
No.
fun.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yes. Well, listen, it's short and sweet. And thank you guys for tuning in to Get Your Life, Play the Game. And let us know in the comments, what is your favorite date out of the ones that we've shared today? And yeah, let us know. All right, Solomon.
All right, openers. As we are talking about happy endings, we are almost at that time. Remember, the Menage a Trois and open relationship is about open, honest conversations where we can agree to disagree. We also have a reminder that every fourth Thursday of the month, you can go green and join us for a private session. Whoa. I don't know. I don't like how that sounded. As we go live just for you. You can't say a private session.
For the spicy
A private-
Not
social
a
media.
private session.
That's for
showing.
your spicy social media.
Okay.
So for today's Menage a Trois, you know, we just got out of a relationship where we weren't treated that well.
Child.
Like, sometimes I didn't feel like I was heard. Sometimes I felt like I wasn't seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally.
And sometimes you have to spin the block on an old relationship.
You do.
And so here we are. And as y'all can see, openers, we are here in familiar territory. And it feels good to be home.
The stuff works. Hey, you hear me now?
Testing. You don't hear a
But my
bunch
question
of...
to you, my question to y'all and to our openers, have y'all ever spun the block on an old relationship?
Yeah.
Can somebody besides me take this one, please? Thank you.
I'll take it. Yes. Me and Steven broken up for personal reasons, and I was outside, you know, doing me, and I met some good guys. I say good guys, a couple of good guys, but when it came to me feeling safe and secure, I didn't see that with them, right? I met one time, and this hurt my feelings so bad. Cause I told my mom about this person, and I was like, "Oh, I really like this person. I think you're not gonna meet him yet, but I just want you to know, like, this is somebody that makes me smile."
Yeah.
And I remember I got sick, and I was like, "Hey, I'm not feeling too good. Can you just go to Kroger and get me so and so, so and so, so and so?" He was like, "Oh, I'm out with my friends having brunch right now," and I was like.
The lack of consideration.
I said, you can always go back. I said, come lay up with me. I just said that, go and,
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to go home. Like,
That made you miss
because Steven was just, he's just so considerate. Like, he just do things I don't even have to ask to do. And it's not like the lavish things, like, even like just put gas in the car, get my car washed, like washing my clothes,
Considerate.
like cooking, make sure I eat, like, just very... making sure I'm okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of dudes don't do that. A lot of things you take a lot of stuff for granted. There's people that do. And then when you go outside, they don't do nothing.
I don't think I would
That's a
expect
good
that
spin the block, though.
from somebody that I'm like just getting to know, like for them to come over my house and bring me medicine.
We was 5 months in. If you cannot bring me some
okay.
stuff.
Hey, Marco.
Hey, Marco.
Hey.
What's going on,
Marco.
I like the question. I would say on B and C. Is that where we're going?
We can. What was the outcome?
I would say I would only spin the block if the reason why we broke up is no longer relevant. If the issue that we broke up for is still relevant, then I don't see why we would get back together. We're just going to find that dead road. But if that issue has been rectified, or if that issue has been mitigated, as we say in project management, then I would go back. But I can't keep hitting the curb with you.
You want to hit the second hole.
That's crazy.
The second hole is crazy right now. Okay.
That's wild.
He tired of that doo-doo. He want to doo-doo.
Wow.
But yeah, I would spin the block if the issue that we broke up has been resolved.
So my qualifications for a spinning the block is really let's get to know each other again, because I'm a different person than when we previously dated. And I'm sure that you probably are as well. So we have to come to a common ground. We can't just like pick up where we left off. It is a new relationship, and it literally starts from ground zero, because I am not that person anymore. So yeah.
Well, I hope you got some type of familiarity that I want to be.
Right? Does that mean you have to
there
forgive
is
a lot?
some naturally. I mean, I'm not like a completely different person, but there are different things that I've experienced since we last were together.
I
That means it's possible
completely agree with you on that. My spin the block is, I guess, when that goes wrong.
How did that go wrong?
So my spin the block was my ex and I were together for years, and then we separated because
whatever
our differences showed, and then somehow a couple years later we end up getting back together. And I can't even say that a leopard can't change his spots. It's not a situation like that. It's just eventually you realize that like this was the reason why why we separated in the first place. And everything that happens in that relationship, you're going to be hypersensitive to that thing. And then the moment that their weakness really shows there, and it can be a weak moment, it can bring back a lot of trauma or memories of why why this didn't work, and it's either a cycle or it just sours.
I had a situation where I spun the block. There was an age difference. I was younger. But once we split, I lifed. I lived, and my experiences in life changed. The individual was beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. And when we were together, I was just head over heels. I was madly in love. But then in my growth experience and my growth journey, getting back into that relationship still a beautiful person. But then it was just like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Like stable, gorgeous, like all of the things that
Yeah.
you would probably want.
It looked good on paper.
It looked good on paper.
But not your person.
It felt good in person, but that wasn't my
He
person.
wasn't your person.
And like I also grew because I wanted different things.
I think that's my issue is like spinning the block. Are you still my type? If we break up in 2025 and then we get back together in 2030, is that still the type that I go for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
That would be the thing. Is that still my type? But I also think, just to add to this topic, that sometimes I think we as gay men don't see that the grass is not green on the other side till we get over there. And sometimes the things that we think is huge problems, we get out in this world and be like, you know what?
It wasn't really.
It really wasn't that bad over there.
Yeah, it's shiny and it looks
It really
good,
wasn't that bad
and
over
you
there.
go over there, you were like, this is trash.
And sometimes
So I
you
think
realize it was that bad over there.
And sometimes
It
they
was-
can highlight it because somebody can treat you better in 3 months and somebody treats you in 3 years.
Absolutely.
True.
So
True.
sometimes I think that's why I brought up the my person. Sometimes you got to know if that's your person. Are they worth the work that it would, like, it could be your person, but are they there yet to be that full model for you?
You know, my grandma told my parents when they was going through their little hardship, and I thought that we were in divorce, and I was really sad. She sat my mama down, and she said, "Baby, you don't always love your partner. You gonna have issues and days where you hate your partner, and they gonna do shit that makes you very upset. You like, why the fuck did you do this?" It's her exact words. That's how she talked. But she said,
Your granny cuss?
yeah, she
My
cussed.
grandma
I had a
cussed
cuss
down.
granny. But she said, "Is the nigga worth? Is he worth the stuff that you want to go through with him?" And she said, "If that's a yes answer, that's your man."
My grandma said this. Is that who you want to go through that shit with?
Yeah, basically what she said.
Yeah.
Is that who you want to go through the shit? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's gonna be infidelity. It's gonna be immaturity. It's gonna be financial change. It's gonna be a whole bunch. Is that the person that you want to walk through life with?
Yeah.
And that's important.
You know what I mean? Is that
They-
your teammate?
Yeah.
And I have seen this countless times where you have individuals like, it's not just the financial things and all that stuff. Some of us are very fortunate to still have our parents.
Yeah.
And then you want somebody who is going to walk you through that grief process when your parents are no longer here, and who can
Lord.
be there with you and
Yeah.
hold that space, however they hold that space. Like that's different.
Can I name drop? Can I
Yeah.
name drop on the show?
Yeah, sure.
So, 2014, I had a conversation with R&B singer Ashanti, right? And I met her at many shows. I met her family, her sister, blah, blah. We had a conversation. Her and Nelly had just broke up. And I told her, I said, why y'all broke up, it's going to be very hard to get back together, right? Because they did a breakup and not talk. They just broke up and don't talk. Me, I break up and still the text is still there, but it just fades out. They broke up and didn't talk. I said, but that's the person you want to be with. But y'all mad at each other right now. Both of y'all are stubborn. So from 2014 to 2022, every time I went to a concert or I talked to her sister, I would always say, the reason why these niggas ain't working out is because they not who you want. She dated a richer basketball player. She dated who was richer than Nelly. She dated a richer football player who had more money than Nelly. And Nelly got a lot of money. But it wasn't who she wanted. But she had to go through those other relationships to realize, I had some fault in that relationship too. It wasn't all on him. So it took those other relationships for her to grow, for him to be in a 7-year relationship to grow. And then when they both were single, boom. Next thing you know, they go on a date, engagement, baby. It just happened because they grew through those other relationships. Even though them weren't their persons, they still was lessons that they took from that. So that's why I name dropped to say, spin the block to me is about, did I really want to leave in the beginning? Because sometimes I think timing is so important in life. Like I do believe in right person, wrong time, and the opposite. And I think they knew they was each other's person, but they wasn't ready to be each other's person at that time.
You grow through separation. Those experiences that each of them had outside of that relationship helped them be together at this point and help them to grow a family. Because clearly, like, he wasn't ready to be sick or she wasn't ready to stick around and have his kids or whatever the situation. But now is the time.
It also brings back to Randall's point earlier about jealousy. Sometimes you do have to take the L and let them be with that other person so they could you can dead the relationship, let them be with other people, and if they come back, okay, cool. If they don't come back, okay, cool too.
Yeah.
But they will never be your person if they don't experience those other things.
Yeah.
And I think that's sometimes we hold on to relationships and I don't want him to be better for him than he was for me.
Yeah.
But so as an advocate of non-traditional relationships, like, what's wrong with walking through that with somebody? Like I feel like so many people say, "Oh no, you go do that and then you come back." Well,
both things can be true.
Yeah.
I think some people say, "I don't want to build a man up for the next person."
Well,
I don't want to be. I don't want to be the. I don't want to be the rehab. I don't want to be where you do.
But
all
you don't
the
have.
bad
You don't have.
shit
That's
and
not
then
even
go
your
over there
choice,
and build
though.
a
you can't
happy
even
home.
build a man up more than he wants to build himself.
Right.
You know what kind of
doesn't
F's up
exist.
though when you watch movies, and it's always in the movie in real life too, like how you break up with the girl, then 4 months later you married.
Yep.
I'll be pissed
Because they still want to be married, but not to you.
Okay, I want to share one story.
they
We
wanna
do got to
be-
move on
yeah.
though, but having somebody that you are grieving. When I lost my brother, in 2023 due to cancer, I want to say having someone there. I can't explain how much extra love I had for him when
I
I
know
was
where
going
you're
through
going.
that. Because when I just was crying and he just helped me.
At the end of the day, he got your back.
Yeah, like, and sitting in a funeral, somebody right there holding your hand, like, it's okay to cry, like, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. You got somebody to love you, treat you right.
No, like that's
Can make you look over a lot of other
that's
shit.
real, Rodney. Like somebody that can walk you through grief or through a hard time in life. There's an intimacy there that, like, I know for me, I don't let people don't get to see that piece of me.
Yeah.
They're very, very few people that have like really been a part of my grieving or like true sorrow or sadness. And like that person, they carry that piece of you with them also.
Yeah.
But I think, and before we transition into the letter, I think to your point is also like having someone who walks with you in love. Like that's actually very important. It's one thing to go through the tough stuff, but to actually know that someone loves you, supports you, has your back, I think, and on a daily basis.
That's just, they love you as a human.
And even when things aren't right.
Yeah.
Like when things are going bad. But Rodney, take us to the letter.
All right, openers. This is a good conversation we're having today. Thanks for enjoying it. All right,
That's
openers.
because we're home.
We're home. There we go. Let you tell your story. Openers, we are now at the letter. Your favorite segment. We are your gay uncles, or your gay cousins, brothers, whatever you just need somebody to talk to, we here for you. However, if you want to hit up Solomon, he's not at work. Hit me up first. I am Rodney Watch. DM me. I got your
You
feed.
stay trying to pick him up
Don't he?
every episode.
Don't he?
We're gonna start pimping Rodney out next time. Watch.
Baby.
Right.
And I
I'll be
direct you
trying, but he
over.
don't be listening.
Right.
Look, how I got over. There you go.
Bert, call Bert.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, call me 2500 lawyer, baby. Well, you can send your letter in two ways. You can email us at openrelationshippodcast@gmail.com, or you go to our website at openrelationshippodcast.com and click contact us and send your letter. Now, this is a good letter, so let me get this out the way. Let me X out of this real quick. Okay.
We got a teleprompter.
No.
No, you gotta read it off.
Read it off this. I'm dead.
Let's go.
The letter. It's giving step-brotherly love. What's up with your podcast? I got a situation that got me all the way twisted, and I need y'all to weigh in. So, boom. About 5 years ago, our parents got married, and that's when I met my stepbrother. We were both 16 at the time and lived together for about 2 years before the folks split and got divorced.
I'm scared of this one.
We were never close, but we vibed. Nothing weird ever happened back then. It was strictly family. You feel me? This will sound like a little deal, man. After the divorce, We went our separate ways but kept in touch here and there. Random birthday texts, IG likes, the usual. Fast forward now, I'm 21, grown, single, and minding my business on this hookup app. I ain't gonna say the name, but y'all know the streets. I matched with this fine ass dude, like body right, smile tight, and giving everything. We both flirting, talking nasty, setting up the link. Then boom, we finally exchanged pics and my whole soul left my body. It's him, my former stepbrother. Oh Lord, where's this going? He was just as shook. But here's where it gets messy. Lord, the vibes. Still there, the tension, real. And the gag is, I think I'm really into him now, like emotionally. I don't know if this nostalgia...
If it's the nostalgia, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I said it right. Okay. The forbidden vibes are what? But it's giving butterflies and not just bedroom ones. So here's my question. Is this wrong? Is this taboo? Technically, we aren't related and haven't been for years. But we were raised for a hot minute and used to call each other bro. Am I wild for catching feelings, or is this one of those life be life moments? Help your boy out, because I ain't trying to end up on Murray. Sign, not your step bro no more, but maybe your man.
Crazy story.
There's a whole category of this on the porn sites.
Yeah, it is.
Step brothers, fantasies.
Oh, do you frequent that on
It's cute when I see it. It's cute when I see it. I think it's cute.
I think people watch like stepdad porn, dad porn, uncle porn. You're weird. That's not a kink I think I can support
at all.
Here's the thing. I don't know. This situation is interesting. I mean, I feel like the universe works in mysterious ways. I mean, the parents are not together. Hey, do what you do.
I'm with you on that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Like, do what you do. Like, nobody's related. Like, we're not at a place where we're fucking with bloodlines.
How did
Like-
you meet?
How did I
This
meet?
used to be my stepbrother.
a very interesting. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody got a story.
No,
okay?
it would be my mom
Everybody got a story.
married. My mom married his dad, and that shit did not work. We were the ones that should have been
But
together.
we worked.
But we worked.
When they say God work in mysterious ways, you put the parents together to bring
And like
kids
that,
together.
that would be that would be a like internal joke between us. It would be like, hey, bro. But
But when your parents see each other, what would y'all say?
the same thing that we say when we see our parents, like, bitch, y'all ain't work, so it's just bye.
Mind grown people business.
Yeah, mind your
See, the
business.
thing is, even if it doesn't work out, it's not like there's any boundaries that are being crossed because their parents are not even together. Like, so you can still go about your merry way.
I'm gonna say this, and this might be contradicting. It was 2 years. They were both 16. I mean, they grew up for 2 years, call each other bro. They don't. To me, I mean, it's 2 years. However, it would be morally wrong, in my opinion, if their parents had kids together. Then that would be nasty.
Oh yeah.
But since
yeah.
But if kids were involved, that'd be like uncles.
I would say
That would be a little
go
messy.
do you, but I wouldn't do it. But I don't. It's not morally wrong as aspect. Like it's not like it's no bloodline.
That's a Tyler
Being
Perry
shared.
movie right there.
Like, I'm
It
just-
is.
If
I
a
might
kid
write
was
that one.
involved,
that's the BT
that's
Prime
the-
series. He would have. He'd make a
Yeah.
whole series
So
out
I
of
say
that.
go find your man, child. Go get your man.
Get your man.
What you
Go
say?
get your
Meech?
man.
I ain't for it.
You're not for it?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not for it.
But you know, Meech don't mess with nobody who his ex might have known or anything like that. Meech don't mess with nobody.
Well-
if you sneezed around my ex, nope, you're out of here.
I'm dead.
This is an inaccurate statement about me.
I mean, I think it sounds pretty accurate.
No, it's not. It's a little tricky
Did y'all see
right
that video? Don't look at him. Don't bless my man when he sneezes.
No, but really, I think because to me, this is how I am. I'm not a slow burn with a person. So however I meet you is how you are in my mind.
Okay, that's fair.
Like it'll never like once I see you as bro, the homie, the social friend, the weekend friend.
We're gonna check
You
back
don't-
and see if that still stands.
You don't move forward.
Okay.
That's what I mean. So that's why I say whatever. If we met as bros, we'll always be bros, even if you're attractive.
Okay, what about you, Solomon?
This is just weird. It's weird to me
Any of
because
your patients have this come to you and need this type of trauma support? Like
No.
they ever dealt with a sibling or a cousin or don't they do that in like Alabama? They date their first cousins and stuff.
Child, I'm not from Alabama. Why you
In the
touching
same,
me?
I mean, you from the
It's
south.
Mississippi, one of them states where people cousins.
Child,
get
I
married and
mean, below Mason
He
Dixon
calling you
line.
backwater. But, so he said the vibes are still there, the tension real. Like, part of me wants to know, like, how long has the vibes and the tension been there? Because they were 16, now they're 21.
No, he said. I think he was saying because he's telling a story from about 5 years ago, is when that started. So he said, I still feel that today.
Yeah, but like, well, didn't he mention that there were vibes when they were younger? Like they vibed.
Oh, I didn't
He
get that
said
from that
he
letter.
said we was never close, but we vibed. So I thought that meant like we got along.
Yeah,
Like,
we were cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the dating part is where we talk about the 5 years.
Yeah. I understand that part, but it's just weird. For me, it's just weird.
Relationships are weird.
No,
So will you do it or no?
no.
No.
So like, let's say if your dad marries a random lady or whatever, that's your stepmom. They get divorced. Do you continue a relationship with the stepmom, or do
No.
you cut her out?
It
the life?
depends.
It depends on the.
It depends how I liked her outside of my dad.
Oh, if you really liked her as a woman.
Yeah. But it's not. If she
Not just
messed
as
over
your
my
stepmom.
dad, then no. But if my dad messed over her, she was a good woman. I'm gonna stay in contact with her.
Either way, yeah. I still stay in contact with my ex's kid. Yeah. And
I do a Rico sweep when I'm done with the thing. One band, one sound.
everybody
going.
get off with their head.
One band, one sound.
Ooh, opener.
I love that music.
One band, one
opener,
sound.
I hope you got your answer well, child, because it was a mixture tonight. Thank you all for listening to the letter. All right, Solomon, take us out.
All right, openers, thank you for coming and joining the 5 of us as we swallow hard topics and spit difference of opinions.
See you next week. Bye,
Bye, guys.